Hey, you want to talk? You want to find out about a Geeky Christmas? You can. Up next on Geek Out SA. Welcome back to Geek Out SA. It's Friday and we're having fun. And it's Christmas time. Oh, and just to let you know, we are still trying to make it to 1,000 before the end of the year.
We need 72 people.
We need 72 people. So
72.
If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and tell all your friends to subscribe and
Share.
check out our stuff.
And we're going to still give away the lightsaber.
We're giving away this lightsaber.
It's mine.
It's Stuart's lightsaber.
My lightsaber.
Well, if Stuart will get us to 1,000, I'll give it to Stuart.
Alright, signing accounts up now.
You can make 72 accounts, please. That'd be awesome. For Christmas, all we want is 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, that's what we want for Christmas.
All I want
But
for Christmas is 1,000 subscribers.
And then this is kind of something that we do like every year, like right before Christmas. We talk about a Geeky Christmas. And how do you make it a Geeky Christmas? What kind of gifts do you get for a Geeky Christmas? And the new stuff that's coming out for 2019.
The same as last year. Show over.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm playing with you because it's very different. It's very different every year because trends change, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so right now, everybody's like Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda, Baby Yoda. And since we can't get any of the toys, all of these independent people like on Etsy and stuff are making the money this year.
Big time, because they're doing like crocheted Baby Yodas.
Like I almost got sucked into a crocheted Baby Yoda because you could take his little... that I'm thinking of his Jedi robe, but it's not a Jedi robe, but that's what I think of it as. Mm-hmm. And you could like take it off, and he was a little baby underneath, and it was so cute. Yeah, I almost got sucked into that. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it was hard to.
But they're even like people are 3D printing them out and then painting them and selling them. Mm-hmm. And I've seen really good toys out there that just regular people made.
Yeah, so independent people are making it, and they're really getting out there. So anything Mandalorian right now is really huge, which I think was really smart. Well, yeah. You would think it was really smart, but then they didn't really put out any toys or even collectibles, because not necessarily toys for the kids, because Mandalorian is more for like us, right?
Well, I saw there's already stuff out there for Mandalorian armor, which is really cool.
But again, independent. It doesn't seem
it's like it's stuff you can get from China.
Yeah.
But it's still like it looks great. Jaber Videos, thanks for watching. It says y'all are you're gonna get it.
Yay!
Yes, I hope so. I hope so. We're coming close. It's we're coming so close to it, and then once we get there, it's just like it changes the ball game.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool.
Some of my geeky kids are into Baby Yoda. I do have I have a handful in each class period that is into the same kind of stuff that I'm into, that's into that geeky stuff. Mm-hmm. And they were saying that they wanted to change it from Elf on the Shelf to Baby Yoda on the Shelf. And they wanted us to get a Baby Yoda and, like, have him do things throughout the room and, like, you know, mess things up or, like, get an F on his paper or something. Like, school-type stuff. So
like, I saw somebody do, talking about Elf on the Shelf. It was a plate and there was, like, chicken bones arranged with a torso and legs and arms. And then it just had this...
I
little
saw that too.
Elf hat on it. I
was like, that one is so wrong. My favorite one is him there, and he's got the lighter, and he's got like soot on his face, and it says, "I guess we know who burned down Sheila's she shed." That's a fun. Like, I know that a lot of people are over it, but for me, I think that's a fun trend that people could do, like geeky type stuff for. And, like, have your little action figures, you know, tie him up or
and
do
isn't
stuff.
that something that Target came up with? Was it Target that initially released the Elf on the Shelf?
Yeah.
I think
it reminds me a lot of, have you seen the really cute photography that they do with the Stormtrooper action figures?
Yeah.
And it's them and they're, like, piled on each other and trying to do stuff and they're out, you know, in the world or whatever. It's very, Army Men-esque, but it's really cute. So I like that. And there's an Instagram that I follow, and it's Chewbacca. It's a Chewbacca action figure.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude takes Chewbacca and does different stuff like that too, and does photography. Like he has him chilling in a teacup or whatever, and he's in his hot tub, in his Chewbacca hot tub or whatever, and stuff like that. So it's really cute. And one of them, he's like floating in a bowl of cereal. He's like Chewbacca holiday. So if you have somebody who likes that kind of stuff, getting them something that they could set up so that they could do something like that and make their, channel better, or make their
would be a
Instagram
really
better.
awesome gift, like right now, is to get a geek in your life tickets to go see Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, because those of us who are geeks, who are true geeks for Star Wars, and I think other movies, we want to see it more than once.
Yeah.
So you buying me a ticket for it, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to be like, yes, I'll go see it again.
I'm going to go see it
yeah,
again.
I'll go see it again.
Yeah.
Like, we usually go see them 3 or 4 times before that we can even get them to watch them at home.
Right.
So that would be great. The other thing that's great that I saw when we went, because we snuck off and went last night, even though we didn't have
tickets.
We didn't have tickets, but we found a way to get in. But the theater that we went to had metal collectible buckets.
You should have brought them.
One with
Show
Rey
'em
and
off.
one with Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
I
cool.
also saw on the Star Wars group that we're a part of at one of the theaters. I don't think it's the Draft House. I think it might be a Santikos one, and I can't remember. And it's pricey. The buckets that we got were only $6, but this thing is like this big. It's a plastic R2-D2. The head, there's like a cup down inside the head. Like the head comes off, there's a cup inside of him, and then the whole body is like a giant, like a super large popcorn. But it's $54.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But you get the popcorn and the soda.
Popcorn, soda, and then this big plastic R2. So again, that's something, because it's a collectible item, that I wouldn't say no to.
We have Melissa Well Official says hello, and Kira Schmel? Schmel?
Hi, Kira. Is Elle with you? They're one of students, sisters.
Oh.
So I wouldn't say no to collectible stuff, because even like a collectible popcorn thing, because one of the other things I really like is Disney stuff, and I love Nightmare Before Christmas. And so I had seen a post that Disney had a special collectible Oogie Boogie that was a popcorn bucket.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that would be so great. And like, I was putting it out there, and I was just saying something, and I was like, hint, hint, any of my friends that live near Disney, right? And so one of my friends just so happened, like, he was going and got it and sent it to me, and he was like, sorry, I ate the popcorn.
Well, I thought it was a friend of his that saw it, that got it to him.
Yes.
I thought it was that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But even things like that, like things that you might not necessarily think, if you're not a geek, like you might not necessarily think that that's something we would want. It is. It is something we would want.
Okay. Steve says, hey, everyone.
Hey, Steve.
Can never have too much popcorn. No, you can't. No, that's why we like the Draft House, because it's like endless popcorn.
No, Stuart's not a fan of the popcorn.
No,
with real butter.
I hate the popcorn. You know what? Another geeky thing everybody can do? They can go look up the tradition of Elf on the Shelf, since I just went and did it and now regretted it instantly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
No, don't do it. Because it's actually just a family tradition that started in the 70s from a family in Georgia, and the whole thing didn't take off until 2004.
Nice.
But it was like just a little quirky family thing that they started doing.
That they started, and then just kind of...
It kind of started small and then went viral, and now it's...
Whenever something goes viral, you know.
Yeah.
But
you can get geeky Santa hats.
Yes. I got this one from the Dollar Tree a few years ago. I will say this, though, when we're talking about, like, collectibles and, you might not know, and we like the popcorn thing. There's a flip side to having geeky things that you like and people going overboard. No. No, it's not that. It's not that. This is not overboard.
As we look around.
This is not overboard. This is good stuff. Shut your mouth. Overboard by I mean like people have gotten us Star Wars toothbrushes. People have gotten us Star Wars candy. And like one of us is fat and one is diabetic. I won't tell you which is which. We have like, 16 coffee mugs now. Placemats and forks and plastic bags for our food to put them in, and like it just becomes too much. It's like stuff you don't want. You know what I mean? So I think if you're gonna buy something for a geek that you love, like be aware of what they really like, because having Star Wars or Mickey or whatever on some or Marvel doesn't make it collectible necessarily, or doesn't fit into
or make it collectible for you, because it's very personal.
Right.
Our collections that we really keep and we really like are stuff that means stuff to us.
Yeah, like one of the things that we got, and I don't know if I can reach it because my cousins were over here playing with it the other day. Oh yeah. So I just love these stupid little things, right? And you may not have thought that, but Mr. Potato Head is, I don't know, he's kind of iconic. I played with him when I was a kid. So to have these little kind of mashup, I like mashup things. So these little mashups of the Star Wars Mr. Potato Head was like really great,
Yeah.
And it was something inexpensive that somebody could get. I like.
And like that's something that I found at Five Below.
Yeah, just at Five Below, and you just found it. And
really
it was really
cheap.
Cute. So I think some of it is if you're getting a geeky gift for somebody, kind of know what their likes are, especially if you're going to get some kind of mashup, something like the Barbies.
Yeah.
Like I really like the Barbies.
Or like Hello Kitty.
Like the Hello Kitty Vince got me. So I love Hello Kitty, and I love Ninja Turtles, right? Donatello's my guy. And so I don't even know how you found this. I have no idea how he found this thing. And obviously it had to have been online, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is Hello Kitty, but she is Donatello. So she's green, she has the purple, she has the staff, like she is Donatello. And she's up there. I can't get her down, but yeah, just things like that.
Yeah.
Just like finding things like that is pretty fabulous.
Or you have the 8-bit Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Those are pop figures, so I really like those.
Those are pops, yeah.
Those are pop figures. I like pop figures.
And thanks, Sean, for watching. Sean is
Sean.
watching. He was feeling blah today, but he couldn't miss his show.
Oh, I'm sorry you feel blah. Sad face. But I know Sean is into Pokemon Go because that's how we met him.
No, this is a different Sean.
Oh, I thought it was that
no.
Sean.
There's another Sean.
He likes Pokemon. There's lots of Pokemon.
Well, he may like Pokemon too, but I know he likes Star Wars.
So, like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And it can be Star Wars overload, and especially right now because the movies are out.
Right.
Always, I think an easy gift is a T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Kohl's has really great, super great Star Wars T-shirts.
It's good, but it depends on where you buy it from, because some of the places you buy it, that their sizes run small.
Yeah.
So it's not always. Sometimes you have to go up, and that's the only thing I hate about doing T-shirts. It's because you don't always know.
Because you're not quite sure.
Yeah.
I find that Walmart and Kohl's are usually pretty true to
size. Yeah, they're pretty true to size, but I think Hot Topic is not.
Hot Topic is not. Hot Topic's really slim and small, so you have to be careful if you're buying clothing for somebody from Hot Topic. I would say if you're going to get something from Hot Topic, get a bag, some kind of figure, figure, pop figure, something like that. Lanyards are another good way for somebody to just kind of have their geekiness and be able to take it with them to work and kind of be who they are without being so necessarily over the top.
Mm-hmm.
Hot Topic has some really great options. Kohl's. I think Kohl's has really nice.
Well, Hot Topic had the magnitude of the stuff that they have, of different things that they have is awesome.
No, you don't like Hot Topic?
well, unless they've changed recently, they used to have a lot of stuff, and now, well, last time I went in there, which might have been a year ago, it was just a wall of pops, and that was it. It was just all pops.
They do have a wall of pops, and they still are very T-shirt heavy because that's kind of where they started. You know, they have all the band T-shirts and they have the geek stuff. But no, they had a lot of like figures, and they had a big, they have like a Dragon Ball area, like an anime area now. And so they have some of those nicer figures, you know, that you would see for anime shows and things like that. A lot of bags, like satchels and purses and things like that. A lot of Disney. They've got a lot of Disney stuff. But again, I'm a Disney girl, so I like it. Lanyards, they have like a whole thing of lanyards. They still have some like jewelry and stuff too, which I like. Just like I can throw on
FYE
earrings.
is another cool place to get a ton of geeky stuff.
Yeah, not as much as it
It's
used.
still around?
Yeah.
They have one here in San Antonio at Ingram.
Ingram.
Mall. Yeah, for me. I think FYE is hit or miss. You know what I think? Barnes and Noble.
They're hit and miss too sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can go in there though, and they've got
you can
sales.
find some random stuff in there that you'll never find anywhere else.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, where the hell they find this?
Yeah, sometimes I just love to go to Barnes and Noble.
Geeky Hoodie says, "Yeah, I made it. Merry
Hey,
Christmas. And a long time no see."
Long time no see. I don't know. There's so many options. So this is what kind of bums me out. But maybe people like it. And Stuart and I have talked about this a lot. The internet has changed the way we do Christmas, right?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, it used to be like you went and hunted for things, and you know, maybe when you were out hunting you found this other really cool thing that sparked your interest and you bought it for somebody. Now it's just kind of like, what do you want? I'm gonna go on Amazon, I bought it for you, it's coming to the house. It's not, for me, it's not as fun.
But there are places that you can go to, like there's just one place that we go to called Dirt Cheap.
You have to be a special kind of person
You-
to go to Dirt Cheap. Because it's a hot mess. Like, you gotta dig.
Yeah.
You gotta dig. Because it's all the stuff that like Target and Pennies and everybody couldn't sell at a price that made enough of a profit for them, so they sell it to Dirt Cheap, and then Dirt Cheap sells it for basically like cost.
Dirt Cheap.
Yeah, Dirt Cheap. But we have found some really awesome. That's where you got your BB-8.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a BB-8. Like, it's a huge BB-8.
Yeah.
And we got it for probably a third of what it was normally.
I think it was like $40, something like that.
Crazy. It was something crazy.
I should have gotten two.
We should have. So I don't know. It's not, for me, it's not as fun. I know more places have geeky things that you can get. Like, you can go to Target now and find stuff. You can go to Walmart and find stuff. So if you don't have much money in your budget, you can go to Five Below and find stuff, right?
Because like Target, there's like a ton of like board games there.
Yeah, and they always have their
card
board
games,
games on sale. Yeah, they always do. So that's really great. But that's another reason why I like Barnes and Noble is sometimes you can just go in there. Half price books.
Yeah.
Half price books is another one.
But Barnes and Noble, sometimes they have like clearance
Like
games,
75%
like really
off.
good games. So
And I guess that's what Vincent and I like. We've always liked that since we were younger, is the hunt, right?
It's more about the hunt rather than...
yeah, Melissa says box lunch, and yes, I've been to. I went to
I forgot
box
about
lunch,
box lunch.
and I actually got you something for your birthday from box lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was kind of cool. I still have the bag hiding in my
In your closet. Jammies, that's what I was thinking of. Jammies are like a really big thing too, that people have been really into, and like now you can get all these geeky pajamas and
yeah,
like geeky socks and pajamas, and just kind of be hanging out at your house and, you know, have your geeky stuff on.
So Geeky Hoodie makes a really good point. Dragon's Lair there, right? Yeah, we have two of them here in San Antonio, and yeah, they do carry a lot of geeky things, and they have comics there as well, and that would be a cool thing to gift somebody as a comic book.
And they have really good sales too. And then of course you can always do the gift card. I guess I grew up in an era of not doing the gift cards, and my family was really weird about gift cards.
Yeah.
So I prefer to get people like a present.
I think gift card was like the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
That's when it was...
Yeah. So I'm more of a present person. Like if I'm gonna give you
I
something-
like to open stuff
yeah
for Christmas.
yeah, and I want to give somebody something and see them be kind of excited.
Steve says he found a Dungeons Dragons starter kit at Target that was a Stranger Things theme. It was really cool.
Yeah, nice. That's
So a lot of cool things out there could be because Geek is starting to be in again, and then Dungeons and Dragons has started to really come back.
well because of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of Stranger Things.
Well, but it started even before that.
But it got much bigger.
Yeah, it
because
got
of
much
Stranger Things.
bigger after.
I have a
Stranger
gaming
Things.
club at school on Wednesdays, and that is what my kids want to play. I have tons of board games and stuff. They want to play D&D. And I am the worst GM, but they GM. Like they enjoy it. I don't know that they're doing it correctly, but they like it. So, you know, I don't know. One of the dwarfs was seducing a dragon last week.
In fact, I think I saw the Stranger Things D&D at Dirt Cheap.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
they
we
even have it there.
can't get rid of stuff.
No. Geeky Hoodie says, I've got 4 onesies, Colleen. Love them.
Yeah, see? Just like pajamas, stuff like that. I think it's gotten to the point where geeky presents are so easy now. Like, it's not difficult. But that
It's like
becomes
so
the problem.
like in vogue right now.
But again, I think that becomes the problem is because there's too much stuff. And then so you're getting stuff that you're like, thanks.
Yeah, the licensing and marketing now is a lot easier to. Everything's. You can slap a brand on anything and you can find it now, but 20, 30 years ago it was, I want a Ghost Rider hat. You wouldn't find a Ghost Rider hat or a Ghost Rider t-shirt or anything.
Anything. Nope.
It's like you really had to hunt.
Well, and there are a couple of
Even
things that are
like
still...
10 years ago, it was not as easily found.
No, I think probably late 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
It became really easy. 90s, because again, I was selling stuff on eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. In the 90s, I was making really good money because people were trying to complete collections and stuff. And now, unless you're selling like the hottest thing right away,
Yeah.
it's the fad's there, it's gone. Next thing, please.
Next, move on to the next thing. Yeah.
But even Build-A-Bear, they have like Iron Man Build-A-Bear.
We have a
we have a
well,
Superman.
we have a Build-A-Bear problem. We have gotten to the
do.
point where we have a Build-A-Bear problem.
I mean, you
I
have
love-
like a couple sitting right next to you.
I love stuffed toys. I do. I love stuffed toys. Look at these. They're ridiculously cute. Look. And look at his little feet. Look. Can you see that? And this one, it changes. Ta-da. Ta-da. Ta-da.
Ta-da!
They're stupid cute. And I have Chewie over there, and Iron Man's over there, and Superman and Supergirl's upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
There might be a Build-A-Bear problem in this household.
Just a little bit.
Paying far too much for teddy bears.
No, I only buy them when they're on sale.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, I only buy them when they're on sale. I like stuff, but I'm cheap too.
I mean, we sure shop at Dirt Cheap.
We do. Like Vincent and I, that's the thing though. We like to shop. We like to find deals. We like to be excited when we're like, oh, I found that thing. Yes. We're dorks. But for us, that's half the fun.
Another cool thing that they've released that I saw recently is the Instapots, the Star Wars Instapots.
Again, I feel like they're going a little too far. Crock pots. There was a crock pot, a popcorn maker, the Instapot, a chopper that was like an R2-D2. And you put it on.
Weren't those at like Hobby Lobby or something like that? Yeah.
Stupid. I was like, okay, we've gone too far. Although, let's not lie, we just bought a Superman light switch cover.
Yeah. We did find that at Hobby Lobby.
We may have a problem. But it's so accessible. It's so awesome.
You
So,
could have the plain white one, or you could have the Superman one for the same price.
what am I going to do? Sorry.
Superman.
Superman. Every day. Movies are always easy. I think movies are an easy geeky gift.
I think they're getting harder.
Really?
Personally, they are. For me, they're getting harder because nobody can give me a movie because everything is now online or streaming or it's like, well, does it have?
Oh, because you've got it on your service.
Does
does
it have a code that I can download it? Oh, I've got to pull out a Blu-ray player to play that thing now.
That makes sense. Yeah, that does kind of make sense. What do you think about, like, when our kids were growing up, GameStop? Like, stuff at GameStop gift card, like, GameStop was the it, but...
Well, GameStop now, you go in there, well, where are the games?
Yeah, because a lot of it now is the same thing. It's like you get a code and the game is, like, within your...
Well, if you haven't been to a GameStop, it's all collectibles now.
Oh, is it?
Well, because they bought Think Geek.
Think Geek, didn't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, that's right. They did.
So, yeah, half the store, or more than half the store is collectibles and stuff. And
So it's like a little Think Geek store.
How funny. Yeah, no, I haven't been in a long time because our sons, nowadays, they're grown men. So if they want a video game, they just go get it, like, right when it comes out if they really want it.
Yeah,
so.
they haven't quite gone to online codes exclusively, but they give it another 5-10 years.
And that's where they're going to be.
Everything will be like that. It'll be, you want a game, it's going to be a download thing because the internet speed's quite fast. And
so that'll be interesting to see where Christmas kind of goes in the future.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about this the other day, and I was actually talking to my students about this. When I was little, I remember, because they wanted to know what was my favorite Christmas gift. And so when I was like 5 or 6, when we were little, like, I had to stay in my bed until Mom and Dad got me up. And Mom and Dad were, like, up all night because they were assembling whatever toys and stuff they had bought me and, like, getting things ready and making it look like Santa had come. And so, you know, I'm up and I'm ready to go and they're still in their room. And so you're supposed to stay in your room and be good and wait till Mom and Dad come and get you, right? Well, I'm not really good at following the rules. It's a thing. So I sneak into the living room and I'm like, oh, what do we got? And they had bought me a kitchen. And back then it was wood. So it was a wooden kitchen with a little stove top and everything in the fridge. And you opened it. You remember it because I kept it all those years and our boys played with it when they were little. And I was just so excited and I was so excited and I want to play with it so much. And then I, you know, ran back into my room or whatever. And then I had to pretend to, like, be asleep and, like, playing with my toys and waiting for Mom and Dad and then pretend to be surprised. Well, my kids nowadays, they're like, I don't know, my mom said I had a $500 limit, and so I just went on Amazon and paid, like, bought $500 worth of the stuff I wanted, and it's coming to the house. I'm like,
Takes
that's not
everything.
That's
That's
not
not
Christmas.
Christmas. No.
That's not Christmas.
Mm-mm.
Like, why is it that really? But a lot of my kids told me the same thing. I have a budget. I go on Amazon. I order stuff. It comes to the house.
It's not special.
I don't think there's the anticipation, and because everything's so instant and there's instant gratification and you can have stuff right now, there's no, well, I know my 10-year-old, there's no, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. It's like, and yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, oh, okay, well, we'll just put that back in the box and you'll never play with it ever again.
Yeah, it just seems like they're like, oh,
There's no like losing their stuff over anything. Going, oh, like I remember certain things that I got, or even my oldest son, who's now in his 20s, he would get a little bit excited when he was 5 or 6, but now they're like, no.
Well, when ours were little, I remember one year we had gotten, like, bikes or something, and then we had them come out, and they were so excited to come out that they didn't even realize the bikes were there. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They were just, like, all excited. No, there's Christmas, and we're like, oh, well, do you like it? And they're like what? They didn't even see the bikes. And then they saw them, and they were like, oh.
I think my favorite Christmas present when I was little was my big wheel.
Oh, for sure. I loved my big wheel, too.
Because I used to ride it down the stairs.
I didn't do that.
At the big White House. Boom, 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 boom. It was fun.
So
it was a lot of fun.
So jelly, I wanted a big wheel. Never had one.
Oh, I loved my big wheel. It was awesome. So I loved my big wheel so much that our 27-year-old bought him a big wheel when he was 1 for his first birthday. He couldn't even reach. kids nowadays miss out on some of that stuff.
Mhm.
Like, they don't have those toys, that anticipation, that, like...
Like, they would sell you, like, a cardboard with no toys back in the day.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have them.
Because they didn't have them yet.
The Star Wars, like that they did with the Star Wars stuff.
I should have done that with Baby Yoda.
They should have done that. They should. That would have been an awesome
missed opportunity.
Yeah, total missed opportunity.
Slap a Canon label on it. Everybody would have gone nuts for that.
Nuts. We would have gone nuts.
It would have been like, oh, this is a collectible thing. They would have made a ton of money off of it.
Yeah. And there's nothing like the Cabbage Patch craze, you know, where people were like going in there and trying to like rip them off the store.
Geeky Hoodie says his favorite toy was He-Man as a kid. That was a pretty cool toy back in the day.
He-Man was a good toy.
Even though that it was like the same mold for just about all of the bodies.
But you don't know, when you're a little kid, you don't know.
And you don't realize that.
When you're a little kid, they're awesome, and it's this cartoon that's come to life in your hands, and you get to play with them, and you know. And then
but the new He-Man stuff, I don't like. They look nothing like the original stuff.
You can get the Funko versions of like Mortal Kombat and DC Universe in the He-Man format.
Oh, really?
Have you not seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, I know what I'm getting for Christmas.
Now we know what Vince is getting for Christmas.
I'm gonna get you a Superman that looks like He-Man.
That's funny. That would be kind of cool.
That would be
kind of
cool,
mashup.
yeah.
So yeah, I think good geeky presents are mashups, especially if you know somebody likes more than one thing. A mashup is great. Vince loves Domo and Superman, so Stuart has gotten him like Superman Domo and some stuff like that. That's a really good mashup that Vince likes. Vincent likes garden gnomes, so
I do like garden gnomes, yeah.
I found him a garden gnome where it's like Godzilla eating the garden gnomes, so he really liked that.
Or a zombie garden gnome.
Zombie garden gnome,
That's
I got
a cool
you that one too. So I think definitely if you know a geek, like mashup type things like that, I think are really great.
Like if I got a Superman gnome, I wouldn't hate it.
Right.
I would love it.
I've looked for one, and they don't really have one. That people have made some. They're like Etsy style, but I'm like, don't love them. But you can get people a lot of like Christmas decorations for their home too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have some friends at this point who have like 4 different trees in their home. Because they've got like a Star Wars tree, and they've got a Disney tree, and they've got the regular tree for their kids and for their ornaments from when they were kids. You know, they've got some really cute geeky ornaments nowadays. Hallmark puts out some really nice ones. Obviously, Hallmark always puts out really nice ones, but even Target, even Hobby Lobby have some really good geeky type ornaments that you can put up around your house and stuff. So, and it's not like it's just Star Wars. We talk about Star Wars a lot because that's our jam. Like we're not real Marvel heavy. We're more DC and Star Wars. That's just us personally. But we do have a few Marvel things and some things from, you know, the Spider-Man universe and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I love Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain. I actually have a Brain. He's in a Santa hat, and I have an ornament of Brain that I found a long, long, long time ago, when Animaniacs had first come out. So there's just so many things nowadays that you can do. I think it's so much easier. Converse, that's one of Vincent's happy Christmas dance presents, is when I find him like some DC, some Superman, some Justice League Converse. Mm-hmm. Converse is DC as far as I know. I don't think that I've seen any Marvel stuff.
No, they don't have
It's
Marvel.
all DC stuff. Mm-hmm. But really great. Like our son, he's super into the Joker, and he just dies every time we find him a new pair of Joker Converse. So really into that. Artwork. You're really into artwork, so we get a lot of artwork, or T-shirts that are like artwork style, but like, so again, a mashup. It's like, what's the one
one that we have with the
Starry Night.
The Starry Night with the at.
Yeah.
That I call it an at. I don't call it an AT. It's an at.
That's what we call it, is an at. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That's not officially what it is. It's an AT-AT.
No, that's what it's an AT-AT. That's what it is.
It is an AT-AT. It is.
We all know that that's what it is.
That's what I know what it. That's what I know it as. An
That's
AT-AT.
what it is. So yeah, I don't know. There's so many options of what you can do for a geeky Christmas. It's just a matter of getting to know the geeky person in your life, and getting them what they like. Even if it's just somebody who, does a lot of cosplay and is making their own armor and is doing foam stuff. Go to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah. Geeky Hoodie says, my thing is RPG stuff, books, dice, etc., and comic books, of course. But yeah, dice is a really good gift to give
and there's
a geek.
Again, I'm not super big fan of the whole shopping online, but sometimes when you want something like special and different, right?
Yeah.
And so there are some really great collectible sets of dice on...
Yeah. Or even... I collect bicycle cards.
Yeah. Y'all have no idea how many this man has.
A lot.
A lot. It's a lot.
Well, I'm a collector. But they have to be bicycle.
Yeah, it has to be bicycle.
Has to be bicycle. Either that or the U.S. playing card company makes them.
So, and I like tradition type stuff, so... traditionally, if I can find them, you get some bicycle cards or something. And there are things for the boys that I always get, kind of traditionally. And everybody always gets an ornament. So things like that. Mm-hmm. I like those types of things, too. So anytime you can incorporate that in... people geek out about Christmas, let's just be honest. People go kind of nuts about Christmas.
Like, I think there's like a person that does their whole house Christmas all year long. It's
we
a
watched
Christmas
that
house,
on a special not too long ago. Yeah,
like every room has its own Christmas tree.
And its own like theme, Christmas theme. Yeah. That's a little much for me. I mean, Christmas is okay, but it's not like the end all be all of the universe for me. It's okay. I like it. It's okay.
It's pretty darn cool.
I'm not like putting my tree up on Thanksgiving Day. We didn't even put lights on the outside of the house this year. Mm-mm. We were like, meh.
You don't have to. The neighbor covered that for you.
Yeah, our neighbors
we have
did
a neighbor
cover that.
Who throws up Christmas on their yard every year, so.
Just vomits out.
Christmas. Well, that's another thing, though. You can totally get Christmas inflatables.
We don't even need the lights out here.
No. They have a Yoda Christmas inflatable and a Vader Christmas inflatable, and like just at Walmart you can find, Disney, Star Wars. You can find it all. Just buy it. Whatever you want, just get it. I'll be curious to see what the trend is next year for Christmas.
Yeah.
I think it was a hit and a miss for Mandalorian, for Star Wars stuff this year. They should have really fixed it. I know that they didn't want to leak it, supposedly, because they didn't want any of us to know what was going on in the show. I wonder how much of that is true. 2 decades from now, we'll see some kind of documentary or something about how somebody dropped the ball on that and they were supposed to have product out or whatever.
They probably were.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting.
That was a huge miss, especially from Disney.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I would definitely buy a collectible like Mandalorian, like a nice, hefty kind of figure. I would, Baby Yoda's not the only character in that series. I actually like the Mandalorian. No.
That's all Baby Yoda.
No, I like the Mandalorian where he just kind of like kicks people's butts and he's like, I kick people's butts. And I hate droids. It's like...
I have spoken.
I
want that
so
guy.
So many people want that guy, the I have spoken guy.
The Nick Nolte guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it Nick Nolte?
It's Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
The voice is Nick Nolte.
The voice.
Voice, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I was trying to think of if there's any... We're so Star Wars focused that I have probably lost sight of other things that are like geeky merchandise that you could buy.
You can buy a lightsaber, or you can win one by helping us making it to 1,000 subscribers.
1,000. Yep. Yeah, we gave stuff away at 500.
Yeah.
And when
a
we
ton
say
of
we're
stuff.
giving it away, we give it away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have enough stuff, so if we're gonna give it, we're gonna give it. So is there any geeky thing that you're looking forward to or hoping for?
I already bought it.
Right. Ruins my life. Thanks.
I bought my geeky thing.
Okay, well, what did you buy, Stuart?
I bought a forky.
You got a forky?
Yeah, I got a plush forky. I was so happy when I found it.
And what did you buy for yourself?
I got the Amazon Show, the the Echo Show.
I don't know what that is.
It's the Echo with the screen.
Skynet with a screen.
Yeah, and a camera
Oh,
that
dear
it
God,
can watch
are you. Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God. Somebody help me.
Well, I'm gonna connect it to when we get a camera doorbell
She
thing.
hates me and she's going to try to kill me. 'Cause I'm not very nice.
Well, because you're not nice to her.
Okay, well,
You
I
need
just
to
admitted it. I admitted it. But she scares me.
You need to speak more appropriately to her.
I didn't ask for anything this year. I didn't want anything geeky. As you can see, my house is full. And I just didn't see anything that I was dying for. So I asked our family to donate to St. Jude's for me this year. So that's what I'd like, is something nice for little kids. So if you want to do something nice for Vincent and I, send Vincent technology. And
Or get us to 1,000.
get us to 1,000 subscribers. That's what we'd really like. Or donate to a good charity. So
He's got Geeky Hoodie says I got 3 Beholder miniatures.
oh, nice. Is that what you bought yourself, Hoodie? 3 Beholder miniatures? Why do you need 3? That's what I want to know.
3.
Why are 3
It's
necessary?
the Trinity.
The Trinity of Beholders? Well, let's not go there, Vince.
Let's do it.
All right.
Sean says I bought myself the Adidas Darth Vader shoes.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Nice. That's not too bad.
He says we all buy ourselves stuff. Yeah, we do.
We do. We're too
We
old.
do. So, but have a very geeky Christmas. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click on that alerts button, and you'll know when we come out live again or release a new video, which we're going to do it over Star Wars coming soon. We just need to cut that.
Yeah.
But thanks for checking us out. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen. That's Stuart over there.
Geek at us, eh?